It's Clark. He gets a block. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it, and the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Corralled by the kicking team.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return you do, and a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job on first down, stopping the run. If you go on second, there's a good chance the offense tries to run it again.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big-bodied guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Nice job rallying there by the defense. That's a play they needed to make. They're trailing. It's still early. Lots of football to be played, but that was an important down and distance this one early.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will get the ball for the first time. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments. It is so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough for a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right. I tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for a senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
Now the play fake. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be third down. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Things working pretty well for this defense, out of the dime package and still getting plenty of heat on the quarterback.
Yeah, get off the rock, understand the situation. All the fast guys got the back end covered. It's my job to seek and destroy the quarterback. Great job by the defensive line rushing after that guy and getting him on the ground.
The Hawkeyes will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll take it on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Trying the left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. They'll run play action. Pocket breaking down. Makes the catch. It's Clark. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Baker. Takes the easy completion. At the 20, he's got space. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit, when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the 1st quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field, or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown up over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll take the return, trying to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa has the ball back on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit,
breaks into the open. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a long one.
Complete to the left. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Hawkeyes are facing 3rd and inches. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. He'll keep it on the sneak. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
That is how you form tackle. Put your head on him, bring your feet, get him to the ground. That's how you create those little birdies that fly over people's heads when they're running with the football, and you can see them getting woozy. What a great stick by the linebacker.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run. And because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Looking downfield, it's Baker. Quick completion on the out.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers. And safeties or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They'll go with a direct snap. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Snap it to the back. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
Smith takes the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here we go. Wants to go up top. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end. It's the end of the first quarter, and now time for one of the great traditions in college football, when the entire crowd here in Iowa City will turn and give a wave to the children at the University of Iowa, Stead Family Children's Hospital. Everyone engage, and we wave and salute those kids and wish them all the best. Always a treat to be here at Iowa and take part in a special moment. Hope these kids enjoy the rest of the game as we play on into the second quarter.
I just know I was going down.
So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth-down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
To the ground with the back. Runs into a wall. They'll give him one out to the 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Firing to the right, complete. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Finds his man, it's Clark. And a little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Baker. Makes the catch, it's Hayward. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Okay. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Leaves it with the back. Fights off the defender. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Across the 25, he's got room. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Motion from the wideout. The RPO, it's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Pulls and fires complete. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, let him go get it.
Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Deep in enemy territory, balls at the 3. They can pick up a first down without scoring a touchdown. And here they go on 4th and short. He'll do it himself. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 5 clash today. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The away team is hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon. They're up by 7 over Miami. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this top 5 matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Runs through the tackle. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Ready? Working well behind the sticks on second down.
29 Philly.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. The Hawkeyes are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And the offense out of the field to go back to work. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Throws to the tight end. This one's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Line getting set on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Forced out of the pocket. Lets it fly. Got a wide open receiver. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Okay. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down.
Green 25. Timber, go.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. He's got it down the right side. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some...
Turning it on! He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now first and 10 from the 40. Looking to throw on first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Second down coming up. They'll give it to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and look for room. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback making adjustments. Toss to the outside. He breaks a tackle. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. Bringing it back. And the returner will be brought down. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession. Your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
The last two runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? With jet sweep pass. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
And as an offense, you've got an unconventional call. You're trying to get your receiver the ball using pre-snap motion. You've got to do a better job up front. Blocking, couldn't get it done, and now it sets up 4th down.
This offense is aggressive on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far today, and they're still on the field. Off play action. Under fire. And he's got it in the end zone. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. USF has had no answer for the onslaught they faced today. A crucial game for this team, and they did not answer the bell. They're trailing by 20 to Alabama. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you need to know more.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
It'll be 3rd and long.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They'll go to the air. Dances away. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. Panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the 1st down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Snagged in the middle, it's Murphy. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Baker. Still looking, on the move. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll pull it on the read. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in. He got that sucker to the ground.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Keeps it going. But he can't get away again. And down he goes. And the trickeration is not so tricky.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end. Getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone. And my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous. There he goes. Defense got it. They're on the run. Touchdown, Iowa. This defense making a big play, putting it in the end zone.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up. Take it all the way back to the house for 6.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Running to Green. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To the air, it's Baker. Rushes on him. Over the middle, it's Clark. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage zone.
A lot of room to the right. 10. Touchdown.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Fox. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The the punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Shoots it to the left. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. The Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit.
The offense gets pretty lucky there. Third down in your own end. You're throwing to try to get the first. That ball just a little bit late, and as a result, they're lucky that wasn't a pick six.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver. It might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Hey, it'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Breaks into the open. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Man, how nice is it to have a guy that you can give the ball that can make such big plays? It makes play calling fun. It makes offense fun. Everything's built off of this, but when you can block it up front and give the ball to a speedster that can fly down the field, offense is a heck of a lot of fun.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5.
Here we go.
With the run on first and goal. He's going for the goal line. Bounds into the end zone for a touchdown.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this. This coaching staff is going to be happy in the ride home.
To tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. USF has had no answer for the onslaught they faced today. A crucial game for this team, and they did not answer the bell. They're trailing by 27 to Alabama. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll move the tight end. Looking to fire. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Oh, he's got some space. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
On the double.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Stands in and takes the hit. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown.
This has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. He picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Lining up to add another. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And the Hawkeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Working the middle, it's complete. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
It'll be a draw. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative. Whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game. I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Yeah, and this offense has struggled all day. And how about the protection up front? You got to protect your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. And his 2nd sack of the day. Nice. A lot more passing situations coming with this team down big.
He's got it. And the returner will be knocked down. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Turning it on! Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
Might be changing the route. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes a grab past the marker. Speeding down the left side. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. At the 20. And he's going to cruise in with this one. It is a touchdown.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Second down, he'll throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. And the Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up every yardage you can and help out the offense. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too. They had a really good...
Open field on the right. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Houston is ahead right now, but that's not quite Andre Ware or even David Klingler under center today. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 12 over Florida State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Hawkeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Under fire. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying play action. Using the quick game. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They punt it away on 4th down. Just need to crack to get a return. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He'll take it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Baker. Going for it all. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I'll tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today they were going to have to throw the football. For the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense. And
looking deep down the right side. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off to the 26. The old coaching cliche, go play or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you just see. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. He definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now.